Okay, hi guys, what's up? And today I'm going to make a very small video on my future, on what I'm planning with, options trading, and some people call it income options trading and all that stuff, but it's mostly debit trades to what I'm doing. So yeah, so these are the two accounts that I'll be running. One is at 20,651. One is at 7,000. Just recently added this particular account to this group. Earlier, it was only this particular one account running, which we started like at $2,000, added another $1,000, and then it grew up to $11,699. Then it decreased itself down to about $7,000. That's where it is. That's where it was yesterday. So that's where it is right now. And we added this account. Now this account we transferred it from Tasty Trade. I think on my this channel I've showed Tasty Trade account multiple times. We shifted that account to this just because we had some issues with Tasty Trade. So we thought it's better to just use Schwab for that matter. I've never had issues with Schwab, and their customer support is like really, really good. But again, this particular account, this one is mine, and I cannot trade US options on it. That's why it's just $2. There's nothing to do on that account. It's just there. It just exists. As a matter of fact, this is what I would be running. This strategy, the reason I've tested on 1 million, some people ask a lot of these questions. Why would you test it on a million? Now, this strategy can run effectively on 25 to $30,000. I would say $30,000 being the um, base to run it. The thing with running it on $30,000 is, if let's say you do that, right? When it comes down to these ratios are over exaggerated and they look really big, and I didn't want to do that. And the MAR ratio. So, like for example, the first year of your trading, if you're starting with $30,000 and you made $94,000 ish on your first year, it's gonna presume that you made 300%, which you have. But the next year, in its back testing, it's obviously going to take in account that you had a capital of $120,000, and then using that you made another. Let's say, for example, this year we made 62%. So it's gonna think that, oh, you made 50%, whereas no, you did make 200%, but assume it to be 50% because your new base capital is so high. Now, you don't want to do that on a back test. You can do that in real life, but on a back test, you would want to have clear pictures. So this would mostly be like 1 million in the first day. The second year is going to just take it as 1.1 million. So the percentage wise, the changes are not going to be drastic. So it's fine, you know. But you can see the average is probably about 60 to 70 grand on this. And I'm expecting something around 50, 60 grand this year as well. So yeah, we did not make this kind of money, 18, 19 grand so far. I mean, if we would have done things right, we would have, but certain days we took too much risk, certain days we just off. But yeah, we have been sticking to this particular strategy for a while now, and it has gone downhill if you look at the last few months. But this is what about option trading. You have to stick to the goal, and you have to, you know, you have to chill, you have to relax. Drawdowns are very normal. I think we are currently running at peak drawdown, or at least somewhat something similar. I will have to check if we are running on peak drawdown or not. I mean, at least the strategy is, I'm sure about that. So we're running at 22,647, and I think the peak was $24,000. So yeah, $24,800 minus 24,800. So yeah, we are almost running at the peak drawdown, but hopefully things get better from here. You can look at the daily logs and stuff of this. Um, you know, I don't want to go too deep onto it, but trading something like this is more like a long-term game, and that's what I'm gonna play. I have another account in Tradia which has about $27,500, another 27,500. So the total capital is like $55,000. That is what I'm running these trades on, and I think I'll be able to run all these strategies that I have on over here perfectly on this 55K. And yeah, I mean, if you make every year, if you make about 55K, we will be fine. I think that's what I'm looking forward to, honestly. And the thing is with these strategies is with every $5,000 that I make from here, I'm gonna start adding a new small strategy, or at least $10,000 that we make. I'm not gonna increase the quantity of the current strategy. I'm just gonna start increasing, more strategies. I'll just pause this video for a second. Let me give you a look at it. Okay, so this is the result of the updated one. This is where I've added some of the capital in order to get, as you can see, it has lower current drawdowns, even though probably a very extended drawdown, but like still like much lower current drawdowns, compared to the, I mean, it's almost like, yeah, almost like the same drawdown or lesser than that. And you can see that it has far higher results, right? And same drawdown. So why am I not running it right now? You might ask. See, this is the updated strategy. This has about, I think, one, two, three, four, 5 or 6 extra strategies compared to what I'm running today. And I would add more, probably add another 10 strategies. So like total, I currently run about 4, 5, 6 strategies, and then I'm gonna add another 10. And all of them have like smaller max losses. The only problem is, what happens a lot of times in options, which is basically an unpredictable thing, is you can have like a week full of losses where all your strategies give losses, and when you have like more strategies, you can have lots of max losses and they can pile up, right? Because options are very random. If you overexpose yourself looking at the drawdown and be like, oh, so you're making more money for lower drawdown, wow, do that, do it, like just trade that, right? The only problem with that happens is that you might actually make this kind of return. The only problem is, let's say if things come crashing down, you'd have a pretty bad slippery slope, right? And you might not be able to run the same strategies on that same capital that you have. Now, I currently even have the right capital to run this, but it's still, if those strategies all seemingly go into a drawdown at the same time, I'm gonna have a lot of issues. So it's better for me to currently run like smaller. Yeah. So if all the strategies together line up and give me a loss, I'm not able to remember the name of that particular term, but it's more like, if my losses just stack up, on different strategies, then I'm gonna have a huge issue. Now, another thing that you would probably see is, huge swings. Again, same amount of drawdown. It's just that like large amount of time with no money being made on both of these strategies. You can see that in 2024, it's like a long, long time when it absolutely making no money. You can see 241, you can see at max 240, 240, and then it has these times where it just fucking rises like a king to the top. So these kind of things quite normally happen in this strategy. So I'm kind of okay with it because I know for a fact that it goes through these long drawdown times. Now they can be drawdowns with a loss, they can be flat lines, or they can be like slight raise, and these things can happen in this. You just need to sorry, you just need to be more prepared with this. Again, this is what I'm actually assuming is to make about 86 90K every year. If I make 90K a year on this strategy, I'd be happy with putting up 50K on the board, or about 100K on the board, let's say. So that's 100% year on year target. Sorry, but the risk would be probably somewhere around $25,000 max, right? That's the risk target, that's the thing target that I have in my mind. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. Till then, bye bye. But that's the target. So yeah, I'll let you guys, keep you guys posted, keep you guys updated. Currently, this is a sheet that I update every day. Did touch 23,700 again, and then right now we're at $22,647 in losses while trading US markets, and we're like at $34,000 drawdown right now. So you might say, hey, how did you have that drawdown? I made some stupid mistakes in the middle, took too much risk where I shouldn't have. So yeah, that is the reason for this loss. But if things go right, we'll make that money back. We'll probably make more money down the line, and hopefully resolve things. So yeah, that's the hope. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye.